Hey guys, and welcome back to episode 2 of Solo SMP multiplayer server. And in this episode we will be finally starting building. We'll be building our first base and getting started and things like that. Now guys, thank you so much for the support in episode 1. It has been absolutely amazing. I've been so happy and couldn't wait to get it out, and vice versa, I couldn't also wait to get started on this episode. So let's just jump onto it. Alright guys, so I am back. This is actually a few hours later, unfortunately, because I did die. I lost all my stuff. I actually died quite a few times trying to get my stuff back, so yeah, minor setback probably. Just a few hours just grinding back and getting all the stuff back, and I've actually kind of gone beyond and got some better stuff now. So I've got a full set of armour now. Enchanted is not the best, but it'll do for now, and we'll improve that shortly after I've got some plans to help that along the way. But anyway guys, this episode is for base finding, and I believe I have found a good spot. I've been looking at all over these mountainsides, and I've just come kind of around the back there and just stumbled upon this place. I haven't even really looked through this yet, but yeah, it just looks like a nice spot to start with. It's got a nice mountain, good river is what I wanted, and then it's also got these kind of flat bits, or I can flatten these guys out so I can just get some houses down here. So yeah guys, this looks good. I'm just going to take a quick look. That is a village. That is incredible. I did not even realise that was here. But yeah, I think this will set in stone that this definitely will be our base. Yeah, this is perfect. Look at this. Got a lovely village, which means villagers are easily available here. I do actually have at spawn, don't think I've got this in video, but I did actually trap a zombie villager, which I was planning to change just so we can get some villagers, but this is a much easier way to go about it. That was quite a lucky stumble upon here, which I am very happy about. Let's see if we've got any good ones. Not too good, but a librarian, you never know what the other trades are going to be, so that's quite handy. In here, nothing too good, and they never come up the ladder. I don't know what I'm going up here, but we can just take a look at the area from up here. And yeah, I'm liking this area. I feel like we can. Don't think there's anyone kind of around here either, which means we've got all this kind of space to work with. But yeah, I think first plan, I am gonna go and get these villagers safe so they're not all zombies by the next morning, because I will be planning to use them very soon, which is kind of a new plan now. I've found them. It's I can't believe I just stumbled on. It's a fantastic little find here. But yeah guys, I'm just going to make a cut. I'm going to get these villagers. I'll probably do some sort of like time lapse or something of me kind of somehow getting them safe. So I'll just carry on recording. But yeah, other than that guys, next time I'll talk to you, these villagers will be safe.
As the leaves start falling down and the shadows above the town, I can finally see you now. I see the fear inside your eyes, I see the pain in your smile. I can finally see you now.
Okay, so the villagers are safe and sound inside these houses. Only a couple mishaps in that, which you've probably seen. One was attacked in here, was turned to a zombie, and he just got killed. I just killed him. And there's another one in here. which I didn't realise zombies, as the blocks were like this, what I didn't realise is zombies could actually come to the corner here and change through this kind of intersection of the blocks here, which was news to me, but hey ho, what I've done is I've replaced all the doors with villagers with dirt, just so I know which one here, and I've just kind of barricaded them in, stuck a torch here, and the exception to this guy right here, they are all safe and sound, but plan is I will I will change that zombie villager back to a normal villager in due course when I get potions and things set up. Alright, so that's all them done. This is all taken care of. I can kind of work in the area and know this village is kind of safe and sound now. So when the time comes for villager work, I can get back to it. Alright guys, so from the previous clip, I've actually done a fair bit of work. I've actually pretty much got everything kind of laid out. Been about 20 minutes kind of just tweaking, just to this point. Just kind of wanted it how, you know, how it would still kind of keep the river flowing through, so I've kind of made the land a bit bigger here. Might do some more work just on the outside there, but that can come on at a later date. And yeah, this is what we've got so far. Let's just take a look over here. Literally just an outline, so it's like a porch area at the side there, and then the actual building next to it. And yeah, just kind of made the land a tiny bit bigger again, still on this side. And again, might do some more work to the sides, but it's all rough at the moment. Just so I can get a basic outline of the house, and we'll now start building it up. So yeah, we'll just crack on with this now. I still probably should have planned it a bit more, but we'll see how it goes. Just kind of planned an outline. I thought I could just work with this and try to add a tiny bit of detail to like the front, so the actual door will go here, and gonna have something here, maybe a porchway there, but I'm not too sure at the moment. And same again, you know, just got the doorway. See, we're gonna have one doorway there, one there, and one there. And you know, like I said, you know, the same sort of detail at the front, and that's gonna be replicated over there. And not on this side, just because it's a different sort of thing, and I want to just keep the space for the porch. But yeah, we'll now start kind of building this thing up, and we'll crack right into it. So we've kind of got 2 blocks here, and I want to go 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 maybe. Let's see how this looks. That's 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Do I want to go any higher? I think I keep needing to restrain myself. I always want to kind of make this so like really tall, really big, but you know, I want this to kind of be like quite a poor person's house in a way. I'm kind of planning to have the rich people up on the mountainside, medium people, well, middle sort of economy, middle class people even, medium people, middle class kind of people over actually where the village is. I think this will be, or maybe some more poor people over here. I'm not too sure. I think because there's farms, I just kind of think lower class, but I could move the farms over there. They don't have to stay there, and I probably will end up just ripping up the stock farms anyway. So yeah, this is not actually decided yet, but I know over here with the kind of just want like a poor little fishing village over here with like a few houses here and there between the rivers, and well, over the river even, with a couple of bridges going across to link up the houses, and it will kind of be one village taking up this area, and we'll probably go beneath the mountain all over there, and we'll just use the whole kind of stretch of the river over there, over here, until obviously we get to there, which I can obviously cut and start turning it into more middle class, or just keeping it the same, but I'll decide that when it gets to it. But yeah, back to the house, guys. I think I kind of like that height, because obviously you got to understand, you know, the roof's going to be coming up also to make that even taller. And I did want a tall kind of building here just because it's on the edge. The rest of the buildings aren't actually going to be as big, or tall at least, as this one. Maybe the same sort of size inside, maybe even probably smaller actually. This might actually be kind of like a more middle class house on stuck on the edge of a kind of lower class village. Have to wait and see, but yeah, it just kind of screams having a tall building here. So I'm gonna build all these kind of pillars up to that sort of height. So that's 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And yeah, in terms of building houses, guys, this is how I kind of like to work. You know, obviously, you know, I could have showed this on camera. It's pretty much just start with a doorway. I actually kind of started with a porch, to be honest, with this house. I don't normally, but yeah, kind of put a couple of blocks here. Actually done the porch and said, yep, happy with this. And then for doorway, needs to go. Kind of wanted the 2 doorways here just to kind of maximise actual house space. Because the trouble is, if you have like a doorway over here, or doorway here even, and another doorway there, you've not got too much space between the kind of, because you can't start filling things here or here because you've got the doorways here. So I kind of like to keep doorways, if there's obviously 2 on one side. Obviously this is like the complete other end of the house, that's absolutely fine. But yeah, 2 doorways close together, personally I think is quite good. Just kind of maximises the space to work with, especially when you're doing these sort of smaller interior houses, because it just gives you a bit more space. You know, that few extra blocks can be what you kind of need to make that detail to transform the building to the next level. But so yeah, but just rambling on about that, I'll just carry on building these up here. Just gonna make them all the same height. So that's 7 there, I believe. Excellent. And there we go. And there we go. Just going a bit quiet while I count these out in my head. Just want to get this right. And there we go. So normally what I would do, which I haven't in this build, which I will have to fix some way, but normally I kind of inset that sort of, you know, this kind of, the actual kind of walls behind the pillars, rather than keeping, just to add depth to the house. You know, always having depth in house is a great thing. That's why I've kind of outjotted the doorway here, but then obviously I've kept the main structure of the wall behind. And yeah, if you've actually seen houses or built yourself, you know, houses with flat walls, you know, if you just kind of take the walls up, you know, and do nothing with them, maybe just one window, then it's a bit kind of a boring house. And it obviously kind of works with the poorer houses, but you also always want to add as much detail as possible. So yeah, we'll be working with that shortly once the structure's done. But one way to obviously battle that is to kind of inset your walls. So obviously if you have a building here, let's say, and it's going to be a dreadful building, there we go. So you got, so let's say that's the kind of house, rather than having the walls there, if you inset, you know, just adds tiny bit of depth. Obviously when you build it up, it's kind of a really easy way just to add a tiny bit of detail, which is always nice to have. But I think we're going to explore a different way of doing so in this house. So we're just going to kind of build up these sort of walls, and then we'll get to work with that. And one way to do that, which I'll do in a second, which I haven't actually prepared for, so it's going to be interesting, but is windows. You know, glass panes on windows, very easy way just to add a slight bit of depth, especially if you do some work on the outside, which I will show you in a second. Just build these up slightly, don't want them all the way just yet. We can do that shortly after. But yeah, I haven't, oh, I've got some glass here, although don't use plain glass. I actually want to dye the glass. Kind of want like a murky sort of colour. I'm thinking like a light grey would be quite nice there, so I can get the windows in shortly. But yeah, while this is kind of done up, I think I'll work a tiny bit on the house with you guys, and then I think I'll just do a time lapse and sort of finish all this up. So yeah, I think we'll just crack on and start doing this. This is obviously going to be like the main sort of part of the house, I think. Obviously it's going to be overlooking, you know, houses or some sort, whatever I choose to put it, and it's obviously got the porch, so I'm kind of thinking this will be the front of the house, although it's on the river. It's still kind of considered the front of the house to me. And one thing I'm actually also going to do is I just want to build up here with this. See, this is another grow away just to give off a kind of I didn't expect to fall off there, but yeah, it's a great way to kind of give off a kind of poorer house feel, you know, just add some different blocks in here. And I've, you know, these kind of go so well together, they complement each other so well. Obviously you only be seeing a tiny bit of that, of the pane kind of blocking most of that, but when you're actually looking at the house, you know, you're just gonna see the same sort of textures, but one's a bit more ruffled and things, you know, and it just kind of works really well. One thing also you could do is this, so you kind of, there we go, change the angle of it, but you've got to be careful of where you're putting things. Again, you know, if you're planning to put a window here or things, that's obviously going to become more and more visible, but you know, but I'm not actually going to put a window there, so it's going to stay. But yeah, again, that just adds a tiny bit more, you know, it's just them sort of details which is just, you know, great thing to add. If you look at that, you know, you're not going to say, well, that's a rich house. You know, it just gives off, I don't know why I did that. It just, you know, just gives off that impression of what you want the house to sort of look like. And as we progress through the build, I'll be adding more and more details to try and complement things like that, and just to kind of go with it. But yeah, let's crack on with the actual building here. So to come to the front of the house here, if I just pillar up here, this is obviously a great scaffolding block, just insta-mined, and another thing's dirt, but when you're building on grass it might change to grass and things. So netherrack is preferred for me. Just another kind of tip in case you guys don't use things like this already. I thought it might be helpful for some of you guys. But yeah, just build this up a tiny bit more. And I haven't actually got what I need, and I don't think I've got it on me either. No, I haven't really prepared for this, but I can just let you know, guys, I might have to do a cut here while I go and actually get the materials I need for the house. And yeah, guys, like from the last clip, I just want to be working on the front of the house quickly with you guys. I'm not going to do too much because I think this episode is going to be dragging on as it is. Thanks to me rambling. I will try my best to stop, but I thought at least some of it might be useful. You never know, you guys might like some of it, so I thought I'd just kind of go on about whatever I'm kind of thinking at the time, and trying to give some tips out where I can, just to kind of help if you guys, any of you guys are like beginners or anything, you know, you might be new to this game, might have a tiny bit of help. But yeah, guys, again, let me know if you just want to see a bit more, you know, just kind of get stuff done. Stop rambling about everything, then yeah, please let me know, and I will do my best to try and get like that. And yeah, this is where I'm going to decide. I think windows are going to go there also, and I might actually just put windows across the whole front up there. I think that will be quite nice. Yeah, and obviously I know it looks really kind of flat and weird at the moment, but when the roof kind of comes up, that will obviously extend up also, and it will just allow for a bit more detail up there, which I will do when the time comes. But yeah, once again, guys, I really hope, you know, just kind of going through slowly for a little bit of this build. Obviously there's a lot of work to do. I'll do the main stuff off camera, but I hope the little bit we've kind of done here together have just kind of been, you know, helpful, fun, enjoyable, you know, and so you just kind of get an insight of how my brain ticks over as I kind of look at a blank wall and say, right, this is what we need, you know. and this might not even stay the same. I might look at it again and go, nope, needs to change. And that's what it's all about, guys. You just need to kind of just go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Get it until you can look at it and go, yep, that's done. That is a done build. But yeah, like I said again, rambling on. I'm just gonna do a cut here, and I'll probably get quite a lot of the house done. I might come back and just do some finishing touches. Alright guys, we are back and the house is pretty much done. We've got, built up all the sides, got a fair few of the details in, not fully done yet. But the main outline of the house is done. I've put in the roof also. And as you can see all around here, same sort of thing continues. It is slightly different, and I might just do that there. I think that just looks nicer. And yeah, it's not looking too bad for a start. Obviously I haven't done the porch yet. That is one thing I will complete at the end. But here, oh dear, oh no, let's just run. Every time, it is every single time. But oh, we'll leave that. We'll leave them to it. But yeah, this is all looking done. Now, one thing I want to talk to you about, guys, this is why I've kind of brought it back when the house isn't done, is this, and let me move out of the way, this. When you kind of have two kind of big flat roofs, this is what I personally, I think looks okay, but this is what I personally don't like in my house, is that bit, and we're going to change it. So yeah guys, I think I'm going to work on that, and we'll just kind of jump up here and I'll show you guys how I kind of would tackle this sort of, I wouldn't call it a problem, but yeah, we'll just stick to that for now. So yeah, just kind of gonna take out a few of the blocks here. I might actually gonna take out all of the blocks up here just to give myself some room. And yes, so actually this is how I would kind of do something like this. So what we've got is, instead of a flat roof, I kind of want to bring it up here, and if I just turn these ones, and then I can just kind of see, this is obviously just going to be a trial and error thing here to see if it works, but I'm going to hope that when I put these up, they're going to meet in some sort of middle, which, oh, they are. Amazing. So, there. And this also, look at that, comes across there. So, yeah, and if I just build this up, guys, I'm going to take a step back and show you how it kind of comes together and looks. So yeah, just hopefully another tip which you guys may have not known. If you did, then, well, amazing. It's always good to know things like that. But if you didn't, I really hope you found this kind of useful. It's just a kind of really quick little clip just to kind of show you guys, when you have things like that, don't be afraid to alter things, Just gonna come one more there. And yeah, personally, I think that just looks a lot better. Obviously, I'll fill that in a second and get all the rest of the details done, but I just thought I'd show you that bit on camera just to kind of clarify, the fact that, when you have like a straight roof, don't be afraid just to try and something like that. And, it doesn't have to be one big one. You could try like two small ones if you've got a bigger house, or just a smaller one of that. It doesn't have to come all the way up and match. It always, symmetry isn't always the best thing in a house, which sounds quite odd. Symmetry is a nice thing to work with, but this house is nowhere near symmetrical. Everything's kind of different, and yeah, I think so far it's coming out pretty alright, to be honest. Obviously you guys let me know what you guys think and what you would also change, but as a little start house, it just does the job really, doesn't it? I'm just going to finalise it now, get the rest done, and we'll be back to end off the episode. Okay guys, and we are pretty much done now. After this cut, I've just finished up the house. I've actually done quite a few changes around the back of the house. And yeah, we've got a nice chimney there. I'm just going to add the smoke when we get some cobwebs, which will hopefully be in the next episode. And yeah, we've got the roof for the kind of porchway there. Haven't done the front just yet. I'm still deciding what I want to do there. I don't know whether to wrap a pathway or something around, or kind of connect it to a sort of bridge going across here. So again, I think that'll be planned for the next episode, but I'll quickly show you around. So obviously we've got this sort of side, this side here, all looking good. We've got this sort of thing here. I think the land's going to come out a tiny bit more here, just to kind of, I'm just going to sleep quickly, don't want to get blown up. But yeah, like I was saying, we're going to get the land kind of stretched a bit more this way, and have the path so it's not so sharp there on the doorway. This area is the new bit. What I've done is I've extended the house, which I can actually show you. This is obviously where the wall used to be, and it's now extended just a little bit out, just because obviously that was still quite a flat thing, and where it connected at the end there, I just really didn't like. So I thought I need to change that. So I thought just a little more extension would do the trick, and I'm really liking the house now. It's quite actually a big house for a poor, especially for a poor people's house, but I think we'll stick with either the plan of it being kind of like a middle class house in a poor area, or just kind of having some bigger houses dotted around here and just kind of having quite a nice village here with, you know, a few little fishing huts maybe around the river, and then this being like the main like almost like a manor house or something like that. But obviously if you guys got any ideas, then please let me know. I think I might put a topside balcony on here when I do the inside here, just to kind of give this a little something. But yeah, other than that, guys, the house is done, and obviously again the land still needs to be complete, but the actual house is finished. I'll probably just start getting my stuff in here. Of course, I'll do the floor probably off camera and start putting in the floors, which means some of the windows will have to be moved about. Obviously, they're all at different sort of heights, but that's not too big of a deal. But yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed this episode of Solar SMP. This is episode 2 complete. And if you did like the video, then please hit the like button and make sure to subscribe if you haven't already, guys. And I hopefully will join you in episode 3, where we'll be doing more of the house and more work around this area. So again, guys, thank you so much for watching. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll catch you in the next episode.